Channel 5 News.
Hello and welcome to Channel 5 News.
We're your anchors, Susie Foley and Sean Bernard.
Today we are going to discuss the Nation of Islam in America.
Yes, it was something that was started in the 1930s by a man named Wallace Fard Muhammad.
The group has gained a significant following and is working for the equal rights of African Americans.
Now to our Islam expert, Katie Morris, to give you more information on the topic.
Well, everyone, to start off, Wallace Fard Muhammad campaigns that Christianity was the white man's religion. It was forced on African Americans during the slave experience. He says Islam was closer to African roots and identity. They're mixed with the religious tenets of Islam and black pride and black nationalism. The followers of Fard became known as black Muslims. Along with Fard, another big advocate for this is Malcolm X. They also have a lot of strict rules. No pork, tobacco, alcohol, drugs, or extramarital sex. Engagement in political activity with any non-Muslims was not permitted. They demanded self-determination in the form of either an independent black state or return to Africa. Here we have many advocates for the Nation of Islam making speeches to many of their supporters. As stated previously, here is one of the most influential, Malcolm X. This is some of the women involved in the Nation of Islam.
Thank you, Katie. Now to a live interview with Malcolm X.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, to whom all praise is due, whom we forever thank for giving us the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as our leader, teacher, and guide. And I specifically, ladies and gentlemen, and brothers and sisters, open up like that because I am a representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And were it not for him, you and I wouldn't be here today. In order for you and me to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough. We have to get to the cause of it all, or the root of it all. And it is because of our effort toward getting straight to the root that people oftentimes think we're dealing in hate. But first, I would like to congratulate and give praise to the Negro, so-called Negro leaders and so-called Negro organizations. And excuse me if I say so-called, it's hard for me to just outright say Negro when I know what that word Negro really means.
As you can see, Malcolm seems to have some real pride in his work with the Nation of Islam.
Very interesting perspective from Malcolm there.
Yeah, you can tell he put a lot of thought into it.
Now let's cut to our field reporters, Gabby DeMena and Cole England.
Thanks, Susie. I'm here with someone who is against the Nation of Islam in the U.S. What is your name, sir?
Tyler, sir.
Now, seeing the Nation of Islam take the country by storm affected your life?
I think it's ridiculous. All the blacks are taking on their own religion. They should have just stayed Christian. It's so much easier.
And how do you view Malcolm X?
Well, he's making it even worse with all of his speeches so far. He's getting them all riled up, and it's not going to help anybody. The media needs to stop throwing their attention his way.
Thank you, Tyler. And now to Gabby in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
I'm here with the mayor of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So, Mayor, how has the Nation of Islam been affecting your community?
Well, it's caused more segregation than there was before, since they have some more strict rules, one of them being they can't talk to whites.
Do you think it's helping them, being a part of the Nation of Islam?
It has its ups and its downs.
Can you explain how in a community that is 80% African American, there is not a single black police officer?
Well, our government is trying to desegregate our police force.
So you would be able to hire black police officers to the force?
If that's an issue, we will evaluate further down the line.
Okay, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Gabby.
Now let's welcome Thamir Abdullah, who's an Islamic newscaster, and Ferdinand Kennett, a newscaster who has been vocal against the increase in Muslim presence. Ferdinand, what are your thoughts on the concerns with the Muslim religion? My main concern is the way your leader, Malcolm X, is calling for violence.
Violence is not the way of the Muslim religion. What Malcolm is calling for is not to attack the white man without cause. He's calling for self-defense.
What he's implying goes way beyond self-defense. He's repeatedly said that they will accomplish their goals by, quote, any means necessary. And he said the other day that, quote, if someone puts their hands on you, send them to the cemetery.
Those quotes are taken out of context.
Oh, he was Susie Lyon.
Okay, do you guys believe that Malcolm X and the rest of the Muslims have the same vision as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Oh, shit. I believe the visions are very similar. The motivation for all of us is that all men, black or white, are created equal. While there are a few minor differences, I believe the visions are very similar.
While both have the same fundamental beliefs, the differences are more than minor. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. preaches nonviolence, and the end goal of the protests are integration. The goal of your protests are not much different than it is right now, and you're trying to achieve this through violence.
That is not true. It is much different than it is right now. We want equality.
But you still want segregation?
No one wants separation. Separation from white folks entirely. No longer will they control our economy, our schools, our lives. Segregation is forced upon us. Separation is our choice. It has been proven throughout time that whites and blacks cannot coexist peacefully.
Okay, thank you guys for joining us, and thanks to all of our viewers out there. See you next time on Channel 5 News.
Stay classy, San Diego.